All right, hello Guild Wars 2 gamers. Today is Tuesday, June 3rd. Oh god, it's June 2025, and we have got some new Guild Wars 2 news. Major update today, the last massive update for JANTHIR. Not the last update for JANTHIR, but the last major update for JANTHIR. This is the 9-month update where the final chunk of the story and a whole bunch of other stuff comes out. And we're going to share with you in this video what all got added today that we have found, and then I'm going to go running off to play it. So, without further ado, first of all, here is the release notes. Note to users of third-party programs. Yeah, if you've got RTPS, it broke. If you... I actually saw a new bug that day. I've used RTPS for like 6 years now, and usually if it breaks after a patch, it will kick you out when you go past the character selection screen. This time, I couldn't even launch the game. Never seen that before. I believe if you're using the Nexus program, I have never tested it myself, but I've heard good things about it. You should be fine. It'll fix it. But if you're not using Nexus, you may have to remove RTPS to get into the game. Okay. Blish HUD users, as always, doesn't affect you because Blish is amazing. All right, Guild Wars 2, JANTHIR Wilds Absolution. Bava awaits with the immediate threat of the Titans pushed back and revelations gleaned from memories of the Mursat who once inhabited the Isles of JANTHIR. The Wayfinder stands on the threshold of discovering the true nature of the threat to their new allies, the Lowland Coden. Between them and the answers they seek lies a magical barrier constructed hundreds of years ago that has kept out even the most powerful members of the Wizard's Court until now. Release highlights. Conclusion to the Guild Wars 2 JANTHIR Wilds story. New open world map, Bava. New map-wide meta event in Bava. New fractal, Kinfall. I will make a guide for that as soon as I can. New legendary backpack, armor, and glider combo, Orax Manifested. I'll be working on a guide for that. The Wizard's Portal Tome, working on a guide for that. The Wizard's Gobbler, working on a guide for that. So the Portal Tome is, for those who've been living under a rock, that is going to be a single item in your inventory that will hold all the Portal Tomes so far. So it will save you a lot of space if you like Portal Tomes. Same thing with the Wizard's Gobbler. It will basically condense all the Gobblers in the game to save you some inventory space. Increase homestead decoration limits. I believe it was from 1,000 to 2,000. There was like a mastery or something for 500 of it, and then I think you talked to Def Lahar in your homestead for the other 500. Rift Essence can now be stored in the wallet as currency, so that will free up space in your bags and material storage. Big change for people who are working on Obsidian armor, as they had to save up thousands of this stuff. Ura joins the Convergence Mount Baurior boss rotation. Challenge mode for all Convergence Mount Baurior bosses now available. Wizard's Vault. The Wizard's Vault inventory has been updated for the new season. Last season's unique rewards are now available in the Legacy Shop tab. New special objectives for the season has been added. And more will appear over the course of the season, including special objectives associated with bonus events and festivals. The Legendary Weapon Starter Key has been updated. Set 8 is now available with 2 Legendary Starter Kits and 2 Returning Starter Kits. Okay, so going into Guild Wars 2 for a second, the Wizard's Vault, at the time of recording this, there appears to be a bug, and I would imagine that they're already working on fixing it. But when I go to the Wizard's Vault, up here at the top, this is all new stuff, okay? This is all new, and but from here down, it didn't repopulate for the new change. So the new starter kit, the starter kit says sold out because I bought the one from the last set, and now it says set 8, but it says sold out, which is not proper. So there's definitely some kind of glitch from here down. I would anticipate that they are working on fixing that. Flashbang. Sorry, someone just sent me a link. Let's see. Known issues. Purchase limit did not reset for seasonal rewards in the Wizard's Vault with today's update. We will correct this in a hot fix today. Oh, there you go. Okay. Also, the tooltip for the Gift of JANTHIR Wanderlust incorrectly states that the 4th ingredient is Gift of JANTHIR Wilds. The 4th ingredient is Gift of Bava. We will correct that in a hot fix today. Okay, so there you go. So, thank you for linking me that. They're already on that. All right. General changes. Added the Jackal rental post to the Homestead Decoration Racing Storage category. Dragon response missions. The preparation phase event will now wait for a moment before completing to give its bonus objectives time to award a morale boost if one should have been earned. Fixed an issue in roller beetle races that caused stamina power-ups to disappear if the race's event completed while a player was midway through the adventure version. The Icebird Saga removed an extra replay marker from the post-Dragonstorm entry point for the Champion's End mission. Icebird Saga fixed an issue that could prevent the Destroyer of the Last Forge boss from starting Spear phase. Fixed an issue that caused Mr. Quiggles to appear in Hearth's Glow, even if the instance owner did not complete the Build a Quaggan achievement. Fixed an issue that caused some hallucinated creatures to appear to be wielding non-hallucinated weapons. Fixed an issue that caused some non-hallucinatory creatures to be labeled as hallucinations in the Tower of Nightmares. Objectives will no longer appear to send players through blocked portals during the Battle for the Lion's Arch mission. Exit portal positioning and art have been adjusted to more clearly indicate how to leave the map. I'm lost! Fixed an issue that could cause Skiff Race Adventure checkpoints to be briefly inactive when the associated Skiff Race event was ending. Added a portal connecting JANTHIR Century and Mistburned Barrens. Fixed an issue that caused the Omnomberry resource node in Hearth's Glow to float. Fixed an issue that caused the Petrified Stump resource node in Hearth's Glow to float. What about the Christmas tree? It's been crooked the whole time. But for 9 months, it's been crooked. Let's see. How much longer will you be live? I'll be live for another 12 hours. Busy day. All right, open world changes. JANTHIR Century fixed an issue that prevented the collect jars, fill them with lightning, and deposit them in the drop-off locations event from being completed if the chain was interrupted by a world boss. Fixed an issue that affected the rewards gained from the JANTHIR Century Save Woodland Creatures adventure. Fixed an issue that prevented the Kill the Leviathan event from starting a second time if the boss was killed too fast the first time. Suffering from success. Fixed an issue that caused Rainless Meadow to appear in the wrong place for the Titan Researcher achievement. He just gets around, it's fine. Lowland Shore edited some text for the Breeze Weaver conversation, fixed an issue in the Journeykin Outpost Renowned Heart achievements that showed the incorrect tiers. Mistburned Barrens fixed an issue that prevented damage from being properly logged when throwing Coalesced Mist energy into enemies during the Into the Valley of Agony survey event chain. Fixed an issue that prevented enemies killed by Coalesced Mist energy from dropping more energy during Into the Valley of Agony survey event chain. Fixed an issue that prevented the Scout's found counter from properly counting the final scout during Mistburned Baron's Search and Rescue Challenge adventure. I did that once. I was not fond of it. Fixed an issue that could cause the Collect Lightning to keep the Asura Turret's charged event to fail even when enough captured lightning had been collected. I've done that one a bunch of times. I feel fortunate I've never seen that one. Fixed an issue that prevented players from earning the Hazardous Research Bronze achievement if they earned Silver or higher in the Mistburned Baron's Hazardous Research adventure. That's actually kind of funny. Like, you get Silver or Gold, and they're like, oh, you want Bronze too? Sorry, you're going to need to do worse. Fixed an issue that prevented the leaderboard rankings from displaying the proper ranking in Mistburned Baron's Hazardous Research adventure. Should I delete Arc? Yes. Are Twitch drops on? Also yes. Kessex Hills fixed an issue that prevented Defeat the Toxic Spider Queen event from starting properly. In Dragonfall, we reduced the number of events needed to complete the My Beautiful Infrastructure achievement. Item changes. The Dragon Bash vendor in Hooligan's Route now stocks a much greater number of Dragon Bash items to enjoy throughout the year, including recipes for homestead decorations. Hooligan's Route is the tunnel on the northwest end of Lion's Arch that has a merchant for all the different holidays. So if you've got currencies from those holidays, for example, if you got a home instance, you can have your home instance give you currencies for all the holidays every day of the year. That's where you can cash them out. Fixed an issue that prevented a third logging strike from occurring when using some logging tools. The Personal Merchant Express no longer spawns a Blackline merchant for the owner and instead opens a vendor window directly. Oh, that's amazing. That is really good. That's a really good. Personal Merchant Express. I wonder if it still has a cooldown. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. So if I go here, if I do that, it doesn't have a cooldown anymore. Oh, that's great. So because the old one summoned a merchant, it had, I think, a 5-minute cooldown. So this change, whether intentional or not, removes the cooldown. So now we can open the shop anytime. Wunderbar. That's great. Okay. All right. Cool. Mini Warclaw Cubs have been renamed Mini Journeykin. What? I think that's silly. I'm gonna be honest, I think that's silly. Essence of Luck text has been updated to include the rarity in the item name. The convergences, that's like finding a I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the Warclaw thing. That's like, what if we find a tribe in the next expansion, and they've got trained sky scales, but they call them scaly boys. And we're like, oh yeah, these are scaly boys. Okay, all right, so just in this region, they call them scaly boys. But then they retroactively go back and change all the baby sky scales to be baby scaly boys? Like, it'd be kind of silly. It's just, okay, they're called something different in that region. All right, whatever. All right. This is dumb. Anyway, yeah, also, if they come out with scaly boys, I want a cut of that. All right, the Convergence's Mount Bowrior Wayfinder's Choice Chest has been renamed Convergence Mount Bowrior Commander's Choice Chest. I skipped this. Essence of Luck text has been updated to include the rarity in the item name. The Knotted Rope Ring, Ring of the Crustacean, and Wood Rune Ring can now be attuned and infused. Increases the drop rate of the mini Bog Queen from Defeat the Bog Queen before she floods the area with maggots. A new Bog Queen combat tonic can be acquired as a rare drop from Defeat the Bog Queen. Oh my god, so many people are going to want that. So many thirsty boys. Fixed an issue that allowed Dawn and Dusk to be used in the Mystic Forge as exotic greatswords. Oh god. These weapons can now only be used in their intended Mystic Forge recipes. I think Noxxi had a funny video of the guy like throwing in swords in the Mystic Forge over and over and over, and then he accidentally threw a Dusk in. And the music just stops. That's good. A lot of people making that mistake. Fixed an issue that prevented astral fluctuating masses from progressing the Gape into the Abyss achievement when opened in PvP maps. Fixed an issue that allowed the Victory Rock Chair to sometimes be usable in combat or while defeated. I'm just imagining someone's like, they're dead, and then they get on the Victory Rock. It's like, you may kill me, but you'll never kill my pride. Like, all right, Vegeta, calm down. The Endless Coden Tonic Novelty item now correctly uses dodge roll animations. Increase the purchase limit from 1 per day to 7 per week from Provisioner Token vendors in Central Tyria and Heart of Maguma. Added the Bloodstone Infusion to the Mount Bowrior Raid Merchant's inventory. Rewards. New rewards await you in this release. Legendary Backpack Orax Manifested. A new Legi Backpack and Glider combo, Orax Manifested, is now available. Visit Jorvik Jorgensen in Mantle's Arrival in Bavanisos after completing Guild Wars 2 JANTHIR Wild Story Step Salvation's Cost to begin the Legendary Collection. Crafting Orax Manifested will unlock both the back armor and the matching glider skin. Completing the Precursor Backpack will also award a matching Homestead decoration. Ooh. Wizard's Portal Tome. The new Wizard's Portal Tome is available for all GW2 players. This allows you to access teleportation items you've earned in-game via a single item. Work Hard for Now, the achievement that awards the Wizard's Portal Tome, can be found in the Side Stories category. A new Teleportation Gizmos Collector achievement tracks the portal devices that you've earned through gameplay. Progress can be updated retroactively when visiting Lion's Arch and meeting certain conditions. So real quick, for the new bloods, over here, there are different items, like this ports me to the Wizard's Tower, and this ports me to Arborstone, and there's like 30 of these things. So if you're someone that bought all of them, yeah, that's a lot of inventory space. This Portal Tome thing offers a way to condense them all into a single item. Let's see. Wizard's Gobbler. A new Wizard's Gobbler is available for all GW2 players. This allows you to access the Gobbler and exchange items you've earned in-game via a single item. The Wizard's Gobbler can be purchased from Gar Leadclaw at Hooligan's Route in Lion's Arch. The new Gobblers and Exchanges Collector achievement tracks the Gobbler and exchanges items that you've earned through gameplay. Progress can be updated retroactively when visiting Lion's Arch and meeting certain conditions. So, similarly, the Gobblers, there is like this one: Princess eats Dragonite Ore, Star of Gratitude eats Imperial Fragments, Herda eats Bloodstone Dust, and on and on and on. These things can get rid of things you don't want and give you random loot that you might want. So Gobblers take up many different inventory spaces, and they are going to condense them all into one thing. Okay. Did the Wizard's Vault not reset? Correct. That is a bug. They're working on that. All right. Wizard's Gobbler. Story rewards. Woodland Coden Leather Shoulders. Okay. Hang on. Let's see. Medium. Woodland Coden Leather Shoulders. Okay, got some neat little runes on it. There you go. That's what that looks like. All right. Let's see. Convergence Mount Baoyor Challenge Mode rewards, Mini Fumo Roller, and new titles. Okay. Let's see. Miniatures. Search Fuma. Oh my god. Alright, it's the things that Ura throws at you. Alright. What if I shrink my character? Hold on. Oh, shoot! Dang boy, he's thick! Alright, there we go. Yeah, mini? No, sorry, this is my ride. Alright. Okay. Bava Nisos rewards. Light-borne weapons. Hang on. Okay, we're gonna do this bit by bit, chat. Light-borne. Okay. So there's slumbering Lightborn, and then there's Lightborn. Oh, that's good. All right. First was sword, hammer, longbow, short bow, axe. I like that axe. Dagger, great sword. So if you just do slumbering, it's just the base thing. Great sword, mace, pistol, rifle, scepter, staff, focus, torch, warhorn, shield, and spear. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Slumbering Lightborn weapons. Asker camping cookout back piece. What the heck? Alright, hang on a sec. Asker. Alright, it's get garlic and carrots, some leather, and like roll a big pot, some herbs and spices. Okay. Alright, got all that. 4 mini journey kit variants. Mini vigilant geode. 4 mini journey kit. Okay, oh my god. One sec. Oh. There we go. Journey. Okay, here we go. Journey kit. Wait, am I shrunk right now? Hold on. That was the normal size? Bro, these are huge! Okay. Alright, yeah, that's just normal Warclaw size. Are you serious? Look, that's a Journeykin. This is a Journey kit. That has to be a mistake. If I do the shrinky trick, it looks like this. This is the normal size. That's bonkers. Okay. Mini Vigilant Geode. Vigilant Geode. Yeah, look at the difference in size. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Geode must be cold. Fractal rewards. The Frost Legion Infusion is now a possible drop in the new Kinfall Fractal. Homesteads. 5 homestead decoration limit increase upgrades can be purchased from Def Lahar. Each will add 100 to your max deco limit. Mastery updates. Homesteading Mastery added the Grandmaster Handiworker crafting tier, which allows you to craft level 500 decorations, improve rested bonuses, and increase your max decoration limit by 500. Mersot Shadowcraft Mastery added the Janthir Beehive Mastery tier, which provides additional bonuses that are all improved based on masteries trained in previous expansions. Achievements. Added a new Master of Masteries, Janthir Wild Achievements, to reward the player with a mini Janthir floppy fish. What? Floppy. Sir, he's just dying. That is a dying fish. You don't just drag this along with you through Path of Fire and say it's my pet. Okay. And a new title. Added a new mini collection Janthir Wilds achievement. Updated the 6 fishing achievements that award titles to count completion of fishing collections in Guild Wars 2, Secrets of the Obscure, and Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds. Convergence Challenge Mode achievement icons have been updated in the Hero panel to help distinguish them from normal mode Convergence achievements. New titles have been added to the game. Players will be able to display the following titles if they have already completed the achievement requirements. Always Tired, title from Queen of the Fire Islands. Guiding Star, from A Star to Guide Us. Oh, I have that one. Still Standing, from To Kill a God. Shiny King Matak has moved into Hooligan's Route in Lion's Arch and sells new titles for the players to use if they meet requirements. Champion of Ore, the Lightbringer, Magister, This Is My Story, Warmaster. Rift Essence update. Fine Masterwork and Rift Essence can now be consumed to convert them into wallet currency. Okay, so if I go here, Rift, so so if I hit consume all, then it disappears and it goes into my wallet. So you can do that, and then I think there's also a guy you can talk to consume them in mass. All right. Rift researcher Adam at Mooncamp Covert in Lowland Shore can convert Rift Essence in bulk at no extra charge. Rift researcher Adam has been added to the Rift Hunter Lounge point of interest at the Wizard's Tower. Existing sources that previously awarded the material version of Rift Essence will now reward wallet currency. Any vendors and recipes that previously required the material version of Rift Essence have been updated to use the wallet currency version instead. You better have. Peer-reviewed research. A new recipe, peer-reviewed research, is available to most crafting disciplines. Crafting this item immediately grants a large amount of research notes. Okay, we heard about this before. Let me go over here. Peer-reviewed research. So, it gives 150 notes for that one. Okay, they're both 150 notes. And they take amalgamated. Ooh, amalgamateds? Amalgamateds? Ooh. Oh man, that'll add up fast. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Brother, ooh. I don't like that. One amalgamated for 150 research notes. The rest of this, that's fine. The 150 notes for one amalgamated. I think I would rather just combine a research. Okay. I don't recommend this. If you're getting research notes, I would recommend the old way. Buy like a stack of cups of coffee and just throw them into the grinder and then get that. It's a few more clicks, but it's way less expensive than this. Okay. Commander's Choice Chest. The new Commander's Choice Chest has been added to allow players to make bulk purchases of their choice of rewards. Hero's Choice Chest can be exchanged in bulk using Portable Wizard's Tower Exchange or by... Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, All right, Heart of Maguma. All right, so if I do... Where's the chest? There's Verdant Brink. Okay. 777 karma. Wait, what? So this changes Hero's Choice Chest to Commander's Choice. Alright, I apparently have one of these in my bag. So I'm gonna do that once. I got a Burl, and I got the Commander's Choice Chest. Wait, what? Okay, and then it becomes this. So, then it becomes like a shop window, and you can choose what you want from it. Okay, so you're spending 777 karma, and you still don't get the unidentified items. Don't recommend. Dude, get an auto clicker. Assuming that meets the TOS. If it doesn't, then I was joking. For legal reasons. Yeah. So normally when you open a chest, you get you get like some unidentified yellow items, and then you get like some random stuff like the Maguma Burl. And then you get the thing that you choose, like an amalgamated gemstone. This, you are spending karma and getting less. So you're not getting the un-ID'd items. You got the Maguma Burl. Yeah, but that's not usually everything you get. 700 for what? The thing that you're spending the karma... So let's say you do the Auric Basin meta every day for like a month. And then you got 30 of these boxes, right? Usually it's double click to open the box, click your reward, click OK. That's 4 clicks per box. It's tedious to open a stack of these, right? If you haven't been opening them as you get them. This offers a way to open a whole pile of them all at once. But you're spending karma and getting less rewards. So I guess it's up to you if you think that that's worth it. Maybe it's bugged. Maybe. If you got all the same loot and then you spend karma, there's a conversation to be had there. But if you're getting less loot and you're spending money, then it's just like, what? Anyway, currently do not recommend. Let's see. AB doesn't give un-IDs. It doesn't? Hold on. Let me double check. Let's see. Guild Wars 2, Heroes, Choice, Chest, hold on a sec. What is the name of the one that I just did for the test? Orc Basin, I think. All right. Does Orc Basin not have an un-ID'd? Let's see. It's easier to scare. You know what? I think you're actually right. Wow, chat's never been right before. So in Soto, they added, you get, let's see, Soto, you get un-IDs. You get 3 unidentified yellow items with each Soto chest. End of Dragons, you get the un-IDs. Path of Fire, you get them. Heart of Thorns, you don't. Well then. So, all right. Hey, look, it's the tree of birds. Hi, Bertree. So I rescind what I said about the un-IDs. I was wrong on that. So apparently, I didn't know this. So Heart of Thorns is the only expansion where the Hero's Choice chests don't give you unidentified items. So if that's the case, then I rescind that, and you are spending 777 karma per box. End. That's it. So it's up to you if you think it's worth it. So if you've been doing, I don't know, Octovine for a month and you got 30 of those boxes, then yeah, that would be like 21,000 karma to open them all at once without you doing all the clicks. And then it's up to you whether you feel that that's worth it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. All right. Let's see, where are we? Hero's Choice Chest. These items give their guaranteed reward, such as un-ID gear and crafting materials, in addition to the respective Commander's Choice chest. The Wayfinder Mastery is required to interact with Garled Claw in the Wizard's Tower. Dungeons. Twilight Arbor fixed an issue that could cause Cadence Cruel Transformation skill to put players in unexpected non-cat states. Honor of the Waves fixed an issue that could cause Hirvella, the Lost Transformation, to be repeatedly interruptible. Honor of the Waves reduced the knockback effect of ice bombs in the Butcher Path. Dungeons should be once again be listed by level according to the Looking for Group tool. Fractals, new fractal Kinfall. Become one of the only survivors of a devastated lowland hunting party. A bearkin gave their life to ensure that these last few Coden will make it through without a warning. If they don't, more hunters are about to follow them into a fatal trap. The Kinfall fractal is accessible through Mistlock Observatory. The new Kinfall fractal achievement category has been added under the Fractal of the Mist achievement panel. I want to clarify this for anyone confused. Like, I have to buy the Mistlock Observatory passkey to go do this fractal? No, they just mean it's also accessible from there. Mistlock has a fractal portal right over there. So they're saying in addition to being accessible from the normal fractal room, you can also access it from here. I think the wording could have been better there, but it's fine. Kinfall has been added to the fractal rotational list. Is it the new 100? I'm curious. Hang on. Nope, Lonely Tower. Kinfall's 95. Okay, Kinfall is currently 95. Okay. All right. And of course, it'll have other spots on there too. Convergences, Mount Baurior. The marker over Distant Memory's head has been updated. Decima should no longer be able to damage wisps. Raids, Mount Baurior fixed an issue in normal and challenge mode that caused the final attack of Decima's main shock skill to hit twice. Strike missions, Etherblade Hideout, boons are now only stripped once at the start of the encounter. Oh my god, they keep stripping me. Personal story changes. Fixed an issue in Godspawn Story, Chapter Trial and Error that could cause multiple dialogues to overlap. Fixed, adjusted instance boundaries in Godspawn Story Chapter Balrior Peak to prevented a story step from stalling. Fixed an issue in Godspawn Story Chapter Balrior Peak that caused a channeling skill to end prematurely. Fixed an issue that prevented a portal from teleporting players as intended. Fixed an issue that prevented a boss skill from being deactivated when the fight concluded. Fixed an issue that caused one of Decima's conduits to spawn below the terrain. Fixed an issue that caused, a legacy, in Repentance, a legacy damned that allowed players to sit inside a table. We can't have anything. Fixed an issue in Repentance, a legacy damned that caused an interactive object to be visible before a prerequisite objective is completed. Okay. Whew. All right, there we go. All right, so that's the notes. Now, we have a few other things that we here at the live stream have found to share with you all. Couple of them. Let's see. First off, let's go to a Black Lion chest, which I have one right here. So there's a new item in here, and it is Stellar Dragon Wings Backpack and Glider Combo. This is it right here. Pretty cool looking. That is what the wings look like when they're folded up. If we go to the glider window and search Stellar, it's using my dyes right now, but so I guess it's dyeable. That's what it looks like when they are out. So that is those Stellar wings, if you're interested in that. It is still in there, along with the Aquarium Greatsword is still there if you want the fish tank sword, which I think is hilarious. That one is still available in the Black Lion chest as well. Additionally, you may notice there's a little treasure chest up here. There is a free item in the gem store, Vibrant Wings Backpack and Glider Combo. It is free. I believe this is for Pride Month, just because this is rainbow colored. I'm guessing that's the connection, but hey, free backpack. If any of you are interested, free backpack. So that is available there. There is also a few new items that are in the gem store as well. There's the Shimmering Aurora Homestead Sky. Also, ArenaNet, granted the gem store was made like 15 years ago or something, right? They have finally realized that it might be good to show what products look like in the store with a video. Amazing, science, technology. Oh, so good. So this is what the Aurora thing does to your Homestead Sky if you wish to use this. It does that. And then also, another new thing is the Brass Work Homestead Package, which also has a video. For some reason, that was at the end of the list. So this gives you these toys to play with in your homestead if you want to do some steampunk stuff. There's some really cool stuff there. I can't wait to see what people make with these. And yeah, I think that's it. So there's those two new things, and then the free backpack if you fancy getting that. A reminder that Twitch drops are going from now until Sunday night. So if you are watching a Twitch streamer, it can be me, it can be Ian Teapot, it can be Mighty Maiden, whoever you want. If you are watching one of them, you will earn some free stuff, which I will pull up a picture right now. Open image to new tab. There is Tradesman's Package, which is just some consumables. There is the Bloodstone Ascender, which is a toy that makes you look like you're floating like an evil Darth Vader or something with red lightning all around you whenever you move. A mini Bloodstone Rock, that's a miniature pet. And the Bloodstone Glider, which is a glider. So you just get this stuff if you connect your Guild Wars 2 to your Twitch account and just leave a stream open, whether you're really watching it or not. Come back later on. You can leave it overnight. You will get all of this stuff in your Guild Wars 2 mail after you claim it. So that that is the free stuff if any of you are interested in that. Let's see. So what else we got here? So we got the patch notes. We've got the gem store stuff. We've got the Black Lion stuff. I already checked the Black Lion ticket person. There is nothing new here at this time. Have you already looked in the Legendary Starter Kit? I actually don't know if I can, because... Actually, hold on, can I right-click preview? I can't. So you guys would have to tell me. Because I bought the last kit, and the shop didn't reset properly, they're working on that, I cannot look in the kit. So I don't know what's in there right now. So if anybody in chat knows, you're welcome to just yell it at me, but I don't have the ability to check right now. There is some new stuff in the Astral Rewards up here we can briefly touch on. There's the Ward Knight's Cape skin, which is right there. The Ward Knight's leggings, which you can kind of see because of my coat. The Ward Knight's coat skin, which I think looks pretty nice, very dapper. And the Ward Knight's helmet, which is like the Shredder and Kung Lao teamed up. Very cool. And then the Stone Growth Selection Box, which I think is a recolor of a previous one that we saw. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've seen this before. Hold on. I think it opened. Yeah, it opened in the background. Yeah, I'm quite sure we've seen these before. This is just like a recolor. And then the Enchanted Roller Beetle skin, which is a roller beetle with bowels. He turns into a bowl, and he's got some other bowels. I believe Sunrise and Flame... Okay, so one person in chat says Sunrise and Flameseeker Prophecies are the new ones. I can't confirm that myself, but that's what someone in my chat says. Okay. Was that everything? Was that everything? We went to the Wizard's Vaults, the gem store. You too can sign up for my Patreon and play weird freaking noises while I'm recording news videos. Hashtag ad. I think that's everything. All right, that's everything that I got prepared. Is there patch notes to read? Yeah, I'll drop a link to them in the chat. The Gobblers and Tomes, we already talked about that. Yeah, we already covered that. When is the Wizard Tower reset? It should have already happened. It's a bug that it did not, and they're working on it. It's a known issue. Someone said Frenzy, the Minstrel, Sunrise, and Rodgort. Okay, so not Flameseeker Prophecies, according to this person, which would mean Sunrise and Rodgort says Sunrise is a Gen 1 Greatsword, and Rodgort is Gen 1 Torch. All right, so I think that's everything. So I will wrap up the news video here. That's all the new stuff we have found for today, and we will be off to play it. As much of the new stuff as possible over the next few weeks, I'll be working on guides for the new Portal Tome, the new Converter, the new Legendary Backpack, the new Fractal, all that good stuff, and get those out as soon as I'm able. And yeah, what do the other YouTubers do? I don't know. Like and subscribe!